I have been doing, a lot of research lately on all the refrigeration and equipment that we're going to be using in the restaurant. So it's kind of expanded my idea of energy efficiency, and of course my traditional way of doing things. We're going to do it differently from everybody else in the world, barring a few that have put a new foot out there or a new toe in the water. So that's kind of exciting thing. So I'm going back and looking at a lot of what we're doing and why we're doing this and how the building has come about. But this is the last step that I need to do before the architect finishes off and we submit for building permits. So we've come a long way, but there's still a lot more to go, and we're still looking at being open in the spring of next year. And in order to do that, there's still a lot of work to do. So we started this project 3 years ago when we were able to buy the building. That was, in our mind, a fantastic thing to do. And since then, we've just kind of slogged our way through. It's a small group of us that are, footing the bill for this and trying to get it pushed forward. And we're doing that slowly but surely. Excuse me. So that's just a reminder that we're not giving up. We're just slowly making progress, and you may not see anything from the outside. I think we've removed some plywood, and if you've been driving by it a lot lately, it still looks the same to you. On the inside, it looks very different, especially upstairs. So there has been a lot of progress made, and this is just an update for that, because even when I drive by now, I'm like, oh, that there's nothing new, it's nothing exciting and different, but the inside is coming along very nicely. So we've made a lot of progress on that, and we thank everybody that's participated. We thank all of you who supported our Kickstarter, and just support us via whatever means that you do. So that's pretty cool and exciting. The only thing that's cool about lately, the weather has been very hot, and nothing cool about that, I can say, and thank goodness for the last couple of days with rain. But so once we finish with the tile, that I say we're close with finishing, then we start with the infrastructure on the floor, because we have to build the form, get it ready for the plumbing and the electric and anything else that we're going to put in the floor, and then we raise the floor, and that's the next project after the sandblasting, and that kicks off everything that's going to go forward from there. Then we will be full on in construction and able to put the walls up, bring everything in, and once we start that, I don't think it will take us very long to finish that out. So that's where we are with the project. It's just been kind of a long, slow, hot summer, and we're getting ready to gear up. I'm thinking September comes and we'll be full bore. So thank you guys for your participation. For those of you who just might be tuning in or don't really know what I'm doing and planning, which sometimes changes daily on other things, but the overall goal for the building is that it will be a health food store, cafe and bakery, and then upstairs is a martial arts school, and a lot of area that will be set up for, or we'll be able to use that room for seminars also. The deck will also be used for the martial arts school and seminars, and seating for the cafe from downstairs. So everything will be green, sustainable. The best information that I can find out there will use all of the technology that we can to make it a self-sustainable building and to meet the Living Green Challenge. The Living Green Challenge, Living Building Green Challenge, is something that's very innovative. It's a lot more involved than just a LEED certification, which means that you've used products that are sustainable or certified green in some way or other. But this challenges you to think about the whole project, the whole impact that you have on the area where you are and the people that you will be impacting with what you're doing. So it's just a different way of looking at things. It's kind of we're looking at being totally self-sustainable, and that's a different goal than just using green products. We'll treat our own cistern water that we collect in the cistern, look at solar energy, And there's some other unique products that we'll bring in, a composter to use all the kitchen waste that will actually then make some energy on its own, and we'll be able to use that. So there's just some amazing things out there that we think will be a big part of that. But that's the Living Green Challenge, a building challenge, is basically just that. You're using green, sustainable products. There's a series of a set list of chemicals that you cannot use in any products that you use in the building, and then from there it's kind of many choices of how you go about using things to be energy efficient and wise. So it's it's a project that requires a lot of thought and a lot of research, but in many ways it's very fun to do.
What could it do for Daytona Beach?
Oh my goodness. Ken's question is, what can it do for Daytona Beach? Wow. I can't imagine how many people drive up and down International Speedway Boulevard, tourists, locals. The beauty of the building and the innovation of it will just show what can be done. And that's the goal. That was initially what I wanted to do this for. And of course, you hit my emotional spot. Ugh. But that's, to me, that's one of the things that it will be. It will be a showcase building. When you drive down, up or down, ISB, whichever way you want to call that, you will see this beautiful building that still remains in its historic shape, its beautiful Art Deco shape, but it's like a futuristic building also. So that's what I want people to see. And we'll also conduct tours. Everything that we've done will be available for people to ask about, to come and look at, to see how it works, to see what we would have done differently. Once we get there, we won't know that until we get there. But if that's the case, then all that information will be out there for people to come and see so they can use these technologies themselves. So that's the goal.